Are you Jewish? You've got to be Jewish. Only a Jewish would push me around.
You've got to see the sunglasses.
I hate those Jews.
He is not to be trusted. His name, Haman Drysdale. Haman works at the Commerce Bank of Shushan Hills. But I think he's a little dishonest. His 401k keeps growing and growing, but everyone else seems to be losing money. He's from the nation of Amalek. Maybe you remember when the Jews left Egypt and were crossing the wilderness, they had to fight against the people of Amalek. As long as Moshe's hands were raised, the children of Israel prevailed. So Aaron and Hur held up Moshe's arms and they defeated the people of Amalek. Later, the prophet Samuel told King Saul to smite Amalek and utterly destroy all the men, women, and children, and cattle, everything. Well, King Saul didn't listen. This Haman Drysdale is an Agagite, an Amalekite, of the descendants of Agag. Does that tell you anything? We'd be wise if we listened to Hashem. Haman has 10 sons, just as evil as himself.
Money. Yeah, money. I just love money. You can never have enough. The problem here in Persia media is that these stingy Jews are just so dogged frugal. Yeah, they hang on to every bit of money that they got. They don't leave anything for anybody else. I don't understand it. Man. They spend it wisely, and I haven't figured out why. And I haven't figured out a way of getting my hands on it yet. Mind you, I will. Are any of you Jews? Huh? Speak up! Troublemaker, aren't you? Always a troublemaker. Always one in the crowd.
Let's move on. This is Haman's wife, Zeresh Drysdale. They say she's much smarter than her husband. Comes from a snooty Eastern tribe. She enjoys Haman's ill-gotten gains and insists on being spoiled, petted, and pampered. And y'all are supposed to boo when I say Haman.
Drysdale, the young wife of Haman, and mother of his 10 wonderful and oh so handsome sons. I was very young when we got married.
What? You are older than that, my dear.
I happen to be on the sunny side of 25.
Well, honey, move into the shade. You're trying something awful.
This is Sonny Drysdale, their youngest son.
Well, hide the money.
Here it is, my darling. It's on Mumsy's table.
Oh, Mumsy, do you mind if I borrow the family camel? I really want to impress my date with the fact that we've got money.
Of course you can, Snuggles. Anything else you need, you just ask Mumsy.
We also have with us tonight the king's personal servant, Ravenswood the butler. Now, let's get on with the rest of our story. This is what happened in the days of King Dahshuerus, who ruled over 127 provinces from India to Ethiopia. King Dahshuerus gave a banquet for all his nobles and officials. The military leaders of Persia and Media, the princes and the nobles of the provinces were all present. The king gave a 7-day banquet for all the people who lived in Shushan Hills. Vashti Jain also gave a banquet for the women in the royal palace.
Ravenswood, bring Queen Vashti Jain to the banquet wearing her royal crown.
Ravenswood, come here.
Ravenswood, in order to display her beauty to the people and the nobles. Have her bring one of those big books she's so fond of. Have her read some poetry to my nobles and princes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So Ravenswood went to Vashti Jain Hathaway and said,
"The king desires you to attend his banquet. He wants you to read poetry to his nobles and princes, so that he can see your great intelligence as well as your beauty."
Oh, he does he? Look, I'm not a common gutter snipe that he can command. I am the granddaughter of the greatest king of all times. King Dahshuerus was a common actor. Tell him to read poetry to the nobles and princes himself. He ought to be good for something. I'm not coming.
Yes, ma'am, but he'll not be happy.
And tell him I'm busy. Tell him I've got to wash my hair. Tell him I'm sick, that's it. I've got the swine flu and he doesn't want to be around me. I'm contagious. Who does he think he is, anyway?
So Queen Vashti Jain Hathaway refused to go before the king as he had requested.
She said, "What?" I might have been an actor, but I was anything but common. I was extraordinary. She's got the nerve. What will my nobles think? How will they respect me if my wife doesn't?
If I may be so bold, Your Majesty, it seems to me that Queen Vashti Jain has made a fool of the king. Rumors are already spreading, and there is much talk around the palace. All the women are going to hear about the queen's conduct, Your Majesty. And they will soon be acting the same way with their husbands. There will be no end of disrespect and discord in Shushan Hills. Why not simply issue a royal decree that Queen Vashti Jain is never again to enter into the presence of King Dahshuerus? A decree which cannot be revealed, Your Majesty.
You should give her royal position to someone else. Choose someone who is smarter, younger, and better looking than she is. Someone like Mumsy.
Someone who knows how to listen to her husband's wishes, Your Majesty.
Well, I suppose I do need to do something. Haman, you tell Queen Vashti Jain Hathaway Nebuchadnezzar, whatever her name is, that she's no longer welcome in the palace or Shushan Hills. And see to it that she gets out of the city immediately.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Ravenswood, where are you?
Yes, sir.
Have all the young and beautiful women brought before me.
And you never will. Once the queen, always the queen. Yes. You made me think, oh, it worked. Okay.
summoned her. Now because of choices made, she's constantly in fear. Packing up her bags and from the palace she must go. Living now in exile for all the world to know.